Welcome to the Aberdeen Residence. We're in kind of a historic neighborhood in Hamilton. I'm Richard Wynia. I'm the owner of LandArt. This is a project that we completed in 2019, and we're pretty excited to be back here and see how it's matured. And this is a really exciting project for us as a company. Come on and take a look. This is a project that we inherited from a couple of different parties. We were given the design by the client, which was completed by the Adesso Design Group here in Hamilton. And we took the project over from the S. Rebello Group. One of our favorite features is the water feature. It was a part of the original home. We had to have it refinished, which we worked with Select Stone Supply in Burlington to have completed and craned back into place. There was actually some damage on this feature when we first saw it. You can see on the lion's head that the nose was broken off of it. So when they restored this piece, they had to reform that and put it back together. And today you can't see that there was any damage on it. That whole shell that you see is one piece of stone that's been carved to look that way. There's some interesting topography here. The garage for the home is set up on the hill, so a walkway down to the home was kind of an important feature. One of the challenges of working in these neighborhoods that are historic with a lot of mature trees is that, we don't have a lot of opportunity to store materials. It's challenging to kind of figure out the logistics of the job site. And so we had to use some different techniques to get this done. We used blower trucks for all of our mulch installation. We used slinger trucks for all of the soils and aggregates so that we wouldn't be storing anything on the road and not a lot of storage elsewhere on the site. And then we also had to kind of employ cranes for the cap for the water feature and the water feature itself to make sure that those went in safely and completely. So what you see above us here is a wisteria that was existing from the original landscape. And along with a lot of the other pieces of this project, maintaining the history of the home and some of these existing features was really important to our client. So we had to come up with a way to preserve this within the new landscape. So the concept was that we would manufacture a fabricated metal pergola. The original canopy of this wisteria was actually about 5 feet lower than it is right now, basically blocking this doorway into the yard, which was kind of an important centerpiece. As you can see, the water feature is centered on that. And so we actually used the frame and the tray of the pergola to lift this canopy up using different skid steers, and then put the posts in place and secured the tray of the pergola to the posts to make sure that we could actually function with this doorway and maintain this beautiful wisteria. And thankfully, 3 years later, we've got a couple of blooms and it's looking really, really great. It shows really well in the spring. One of the main things that we had to keep in mind kind of throughout this whole process was that our customer wanted to make sure that this was a home that kind of withstood time. It was a legacy project for him. He spent a lot of time restoring the home to kind of its original majesty. It was important to him to see this in a state that he could pass to his children. He's got young children. We used natural stone for almost all the surfaces, the walls, the copings, the patio surfaces, metal that's been used for the pergola. Even the drainage work is done with cast iron and concrete, so that this is something that he can pass to his children and will be a legacy statement for his family for years to come. One of the challenges here was, again, these slopes. We said in the back we were working with the escarpment. In the backyard, we utilized a lot of retaining walls, the natural stone walls that you saw. Here, we kind of went back and forth with the client in terms of, do we use retaining walls again? And the client had this idea of maintaining these grassy slopes. And we're really excited that that's the direction we decided to go. It softens the home, it gives it a unique impact from the road, and it functions really well as a landscape. So much like the backyard, we had to utilize a lot of reclaimed product. The original landscape had some beautiful natural stone, and so we were challenged to find ways to use it in the landscape. So the stepping stones that we've installed here were actually, again, brought to Select Stone, recut, reshaped, refinished, sandblasted, so they look fresh and new, but they were part of that original heritage of the home. And yeah, it gives it a really unique impact with the grass inset in between these two garden beds, a nice kind of perimeter pathway around the home. Well, this is kind of the last area we wanted to show you. It's an area that we're really excited about. It's actually an area that our client said is their favorite area. It was kind of, again, one more challenge for us as we're very close to a busy road. And this is the dining area, so an area that they'll spend a lot of time entertaining on. So what we did to kind of make this special and private is we added a hedge here, which almost gives them complete privacy when they're sitting on their dining table. And we added these pink Rose of Sharon, which give a really soft and a little bit more irregular impact in the garden. And it just kind of creates an intimate and special place for the client and their guests. We want to say thank you for giving us some time and taking a look at the project. And as a team, we're proud of what we've done. We're really thrilled with the results.